Okay, so Jujutsu Kaisen has been slowly building up to what has to be an insane plot twist, and this chapter absolutely hits that mark. From the true identity of Megumi's sister being revealed, to the insane twist with Sukuna at the end, Gege has absolutely blown my mind with this one. Let's not waste any more time and jump straight into chapter 212. Now, the last few chapters have been fairly uneventful since the defeat of Tengen by Kenjaku, but at the end of the last chapter, 211, Megumi's sister Tsumiki revealed to us that she's not exactly who we all thought she was. Well, this chapter starts out by showing us her and Megumi's conversation at the beginning of the culling game. They talk about how they haven't seen each other in over a year and a half, and Tsumiki is very much still wheelchair bound due to her curse. She tells Megumi that she's heard about the culling game and the imprisonment of Gojo, and Megumi basically tells her to get some rest and he and his friends will take care of it. Tsumiki just laughs this off, calling Megumi stubborn as always, and then we skip back to the present time where she's standing with Yuji and Megumi. Now we get to peer inside Yuji's mind and we see that he's literally just worried about Megumi and all his other friends. He says to himself in his head that in just a little bit of time, Angel will erase Sukuna and him with it, and Gojo will be freed, so everything will be all fine and dandy. He thinks that this is probably how it should have been from the start. He and Sukuna should have just vanished after he saved Megumi back at the very beginning of the story. This shows that Yuji truly is a deep character and he does care about his friends. It's really deep and it's kind of depressing, honestly. In his head, he thanks Megumi and Gojo for just giving him a place and a role to play in this entire world. And then we skip back to where chapter 211 ended. Tsumiki exclaims that she has enough points, so she tells Kogane to add a rule that players can freely enter and exit the colonies of the culling game. Kogane accepts the rule and everybody's just astonished. I mean, this is obviously not Tsumiki, Megumi's sickly sister. Megumi is fit to be tied here and he asks her who she really is, and she just maniacally says that she really is his sister. The narrator gives us a piece of information here. They say that reincarnated sorcerers who take over the bodies of modern day citizens can read their minds so that they can function in the modern day world. This explains how Chozo, Sukuna, and the other reincarnated sorcerers are able to get around so effortlessly. This also explains that they have access to all that person's memories, so they can easily impersonate that person. That exact moment is when Tsumiki speaks up and says she was just kidding, she's actually a reincarnated sorcerer named Yorozu. Megumi then realizes that she's been playing him from the very start of the culling game, and she can even remember when he initially told her about the game, so she was there even then. She says that for her first battle in over 1,000 years, she wants to choose the place and the fighter. So who would be better to fight than Sukuna himself? After this, she just sprouts some nasty wings out of her back and flies away, saying that she'll be waiting for them. Now as Kurisu, Megumi, and Yuji take off after her, Sukuna actually takes over Yuji's body by chanting in chain. We know that he'll have control of his body for a full minute now. Now we flash back to the exact moment when Yuji and Sukuna actually made their binding vow, and we're reminded that when Sukuna chants in chain, he can take over Yuji's body for an entire minute, and we're also reminded of the fact that Yuji doesn't remember this at all because that was part of the deal. Sukuna now incapacitates Kurisu, but he also explains that he can't hurt anyone for that entire minute that he takes over Yuji's body. Then he says that what's next is a gamble, and he rips off one of his own fingers. Now he laughs at Yuji's foolishness. Even with their binding vow that he could not hurt or kill anyone, Yuji did not include himself in this deal. So Sukuna could pretty much rip off all the fingers and toes and everything else he wants. Now Megumi tries to fight back against Sukuna, who he can assume is pretty much just going to go on a rampage, and he tries to summon Maharaga, but Sukuna's on him in an instant. He can't even get the hand seal off. Sukuna forces Megumi's mouth open and he shoves the ripped off finger down his throat. Sukuna says, "Don't you remember? I said that we'd see something interesting." As he says this, his likeness fades from Yuji's body and it takes over Megumi's. Yes, you heard that right. Sukuna has taken over Megumi's body. That means that Sukuna now has access to not only his basic attacks, but also Megumi's Shikigami and domain expansion and everything else. All this paired with the fact that Sukuna no longer has the binding vow in place on him that says that he cannot attack or kill anybody, and it's looking pretty bad for our crew. Gojo is still locked up, Megumi's basically done for, Yuji is basically powerless, Kenjaku is about to take over the world with the energy from the culling game, and Sukuna is now on the loose. What in the world do you guys think is going to happen now? Because I have absolutely no idea. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Remember to smash that like button and subscribe for more. Check out the video linked on screen now for more anime content, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.